basically because of visa restrictions only, I got a reject from the most of the companies.
How many jobs you must have applied before you made a decision like, okay, I think this is not going to work out. I should start thinking about going back. Loan must be one big factor that you thought about a lot, that how am I going to pay this off with Indian salary?
Many of my friends who are in India, they are continuously switching the jobs and they are getting a good salary here. So that time I realized actually ki why we are struggling here. Let's go back to India.
Did your master's degree help when it comes to getting a job in India? Pay difference. In United States, if you were a software engineer, especially in Bay Area, you could make $120,000 or more, most likely, which is 1 crore rupees or more. But that's not the case in India. So you had 2 years of experience, master's degree, and yet you obviously struggled with it. What would you say to people who are coming in fall 2025, have no experience and thinking life is going to be awesome? Before we dive into all the strategies and stories that we're going to discuss in this podcast, let me ask you this. Do you have a clear job hunting strategy to get an internship or a full-time job? Most people don't, and it's costing them opportunities. I've helped over 1,100 students with their strategies through my ultimate job hunting course.
And trust me, I'm not even kidding. I could see so many recruiters viewing my profile.
And it's been the best investment I've ever made.
The content is incredibly practical, filled with tips and strategies that make you stand out to recruiters.
It was one of the best courses that I have done till date.
This course covers everything that you need to stand out. You will get ultimate resume course, you will get ultimate LinkedIn course, networking strategy, access to 1,100 plus job seekers for support, and personal support from me through WhatsApp group. I will walk you through every single step that you need with real examples and the tools that will give you an edge. I don't want you to miss any other opportunity to land your next job or an internship. So check the link in the description. And now I will let you enjoy the podcast. Thank you, Chinmay, for doing this. I am excited. I know I put the story on Instagram and I said, hey, is anybody willing to share their story? And I was expecting nobody would, but I was like, might as well just try. And you were the first one to react to it. And I was like, okay, let me reach out to you and see. And you said yes. So I'm excited to share your journey. I know it's not a glamorous one, but it's still needed to be shared. So I feel it'll be very helpful for so many of the students who are in your shoes right now, or when you were few months back or a year back. So before we get started, let's do a quick intro. Where are you right now? When did you come to United States? What did you do? And then when did you go back?
Yeah, sure. So I'm currently in Bangalore, working for a Titan, and I came to USA in January 2022, and there I pursued my master's in computer science from UMass Lowell, and I decided to move back to India in around mm, you can say May 2024, and I moved back in June end of 2020
Wow.
last year. Yeah.
Okay. So you obviously did your master's. And what, how was that journey? Maybe we can speak slightly a little bit about how was your journey? Did you feel like that is what I expected and I got it, or did you feel like the reality was completely different?
Yeah, so first thing is like it was a mixed feeling. I want to pursue masters from US University anyhow, so it was a bit of achievement. And after that, the reality was very harsh when I saw the job market outside. Uh, I basically came with the high expectations. I already had a work ex of 2 years working back in India before coming to masters. So I thought working on my skills and working little bit hard will give me the job in US. But due to the layoff and market condition, due to the layoff and market condition was tougher, so I didn't get opportunity to work back there. So yeah, it was little bit kind of a upsetting thing for me. Yeah, so it was a mixed feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you try? I mean, I'm assuming you tried applying for internships and full-time job.
Yes. Yeah. So I tried applying for internships and full-time jobs when I was in USA for in after first semester during summer internships I tried to apply, but again that the year 2023 and 2022 was one of the peak down year, you can say,
Yeah.
for the job market in US. So
Yeah.
that time I didn't get any opportunity for internships as well, so I decided to make my graduation early. I had taken
Mm,
one summer course that time, so
mm.
hoping to get early, hoping to if I get
Graduate
graduate
early
early,
and
early
start
and apply
working.
for a job, that would be the that might be the case. So I decided to do that. I graduated in you can say December,
Mm,
and I started applying for a job like in last semester. I have applied for daily. I was applying for almost 700 to 800 jobs,
mm.
but still I got some of the interviews. But due to the visa restrictions and due to the basically because of visa restrictions only, I got a reject from the most of the companies. And yeah,
You said you applied. How many jobs you must have applied before you made a decision like, okay, I think this is not going to work out. I should start thinking about going back.
uh, I don't have a count exactly, but I have applied for a lot, many,
At least
more than
1,000,
10,000, more than 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah, for 1 year I was doing 1 year I was doing daily job applications, going to the
Oh,
LinkedIn,
wow.
24 by 7 I was doing the job applications.
Wow. Yeah. And so from December 2023 till June
June
2024,
4.
you were just every single day you were just applying, applying, applying.
Yes,
Even I'm assuming you were also applying before December.
yes, yes, yes. Like from
And
1 year, you can say.
yeah,
Last
for a year you applied,
Correct.
and then you're like, okay, this does not.
This
I
is
don't
not
know what I'm
working.
doing wrong,
Yeah,
but I just can't crack an interview call.
yeah.
Now that you came back, we will get to that part. Would you, if you were to come back again, one, what differently would you do?
Yeah, so the first thing, if I want to come back to USA, I will search about the job market first.
Mm,
Search about job scenarios in USA,
mm,
because the time when I came there, like if I came like 1 year before to that, probably I would have in a better state right now in USA doing a job. Uh, that thing I will definitely do before coming to USA. And I started for applying internship little bit late. In the
mm.
summer I have started for applying internship. As soon as I have landed to USA, I should have started working on my resume and start applying for the internship or opportunities. That thing I could do differently if I
Yeah.
get a chance to do masters, and again if I
Yeah, and that is what I obviously have that ultimate job hunting teaching course and community, and that's the one of my mission is to like you need to start way early, way early, even sometimes as early as like you've gotten an admit now, and if you are like sure that you're coming in August, like right now it's
start
March when we're filming, maybe this will go out on April, but just like start working now
start working
versus
now.
waiting, like maybe you work on upskilling or projects and things like that. Hey, before we move on to the next part of the video, I want to quickly talk about our newsletter community, which you can be part of absolutely free. We are now going strong and we have more than 40,000 people in our newsletter community. So imagine 40,000 people are receiving my newsletter every single week, twice a week, where I break down all of the stories that we did and make it a valuable resource for you. So if you're someone who doesn't have time to watch this and you just want to get an email with all of the resources into an email, that is the place to be. I'll put the link in the description. I'll give you some example. This is the one for Tanvi, where how she got 2 co-ops and she paid off her entire master's fees. This is an example of Maya, where she got 3 co-ops and she paid off her fees plus a little bit of savings. Here is an example of Sahil who got his green card in 3 years. Here is an example where we shared bunch of resources on job hunting. So I promise this is going to be valuable resource for you, and it doesn't cost you anything. If you want to be part of our newsletter community, link will be in the description, or you can go to link.udj.com/newsletter. This is the URL. And now I'll let you enjoy the video. Walk me through the emotions, because you probably went through, I mean, UMass is not bad university, right? You went through the emotions of, I have a feeling that you felt, I'm not gonna put my feelings on you, but I'm feeling that you might have felt like I am a failure. Like every morning, I'm just waking up with these rejections, and I'm applying. Like I do everything. I disappointed myself. I disappointed the whole family back in India. They had hopes on me, and so did you feel this pressure and stress?
Yes, definitely. I feel that stress and pressure every day when I am waking up, applying for a 700 jobs and looking for the rejection email. Yeah, sure. But in yeah, so like coming towards the emotional journey, it was very hectic. It was very tiring process, waking up with the rejection, and you also don't know where you are going wrong, because
Mm,
I'm always tailoring the resumes also for
mm,
matching out with the job description, and going to ATS, check the score and apply for it. But still there is something wrong.
mm,
I There is something wrong which I am doing. I am always having a feeling that I talked with my family regarding the job market and everything, and they were, at start they were not supportive, but after explaining to them everything, they were like, okay, if you can't do there, just start looking for the opportunities back in India.
mm, mm,
Because at that time, in India, there was a pretty good hiring. Many of my friends who are in India, they are switching the jobs. They are continuously switching the jobs, and they are getting a good salary here. So
mm,
that time I realized actually ki, uh, why we are struggling here. Let's go back to India, and anyhow, if we have to go get back here, then anyhow we will get back here. Because
mm,
you know it's going back is not a failure. That
mm,
I learned basically from
mm.
my experience. And it's just a part of a journey, that you are stepping one step back to jump two step
Yeah,
long, you
it's
can
it's
say.
just like if you went to IIT,
Right.
IIM Ahmedabad for your MBA, you wouldn't might not stay in Ahmedabad. You came back to Mumbai,
Came back to Mumbai.
uh,
Yeah, it's
right?
like that.
Or
Yeah.
wherever you Bangalore
Wherever.
or
Yes.
Mumbai, wherever. I'm from Mumbai, so I think about Mumbai.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it takes a lot of mental um, strength and a toll to like really switch this mindset from not thinking that going back is a failure versus this is my choice. I am going back. I learned what I needed to learn. I got the experience. Now I'm going to go back. I will have to figure out how I'm going to pay off my loan, but that part, like, that's just going to be part of the process. And I think that is the biggest, my opinion, that is probably one of the biggest fear in a lot of students right now who are in the market, who are struggling. Probably just like you, 1 year they've been looking for a job, and they're contemplating, what are people going to think about me? What are society going to think about me? How am I going to say, like, everyone is going to come, weren't you in USA, like why did you come back? Like they're going to like ask you these questions, and that wound is going to be deeper.
Yeah.
How, like, did you face that? How did you deal with it?
Yeah. So my approach looking at the thing, these things are like, okay, so uh, I came to US for my masters. I
Hmm.
have completed my masters. So yeah, so initially it was difficult for me to face those questions, to be honest, but right now I'm like, okay, I learned a lot there. I learned how to look at the life, how to look.
Hmm.
USA basically gives you the perspective, broader perspective to look at the life,
Hmm.
to always stay updated, to always learn new things. uh, right now on weekends, I work on different things, and
Mm,
on weekdays I work on my company project. So
mm.
this approach is given to me by USA,
Yes,
my
yeah.
UMass Lowell
Have a
University.
side hustle or something.
Yes, side hustle
Mm,
kind of thing. Yes. So
mm,
these things you learn from mm, foreign education. So this approach I am happy, and if I consider, my belief is that if you stay strong on your decision, then
mm.
no one will like, ask you, or no one will say these things. and
Yeah.
and yeah, it's basically my choice. I came here by my choice. This is the attitude. If you are coming back to USA, you need to have that mindset. Okay, this is my choice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I love what you're saying, and I'm hoping this. The reason I'm making this series back to India is also people to know normalize this, that it's okay if things didn't work out. You might have to go back, and how do you plan going back? So hopefully, we'll talk about this, and I'm hoping that people who did come back to India, maybe they will put in the comments like what was their experience and how did they dealt with this whole emotional trauma that they went through. But in your case, you had 2 years of experience, master's degree, and yet you obviously struggled with it. What would you suggest? What would you say to people who are coming in fall 2025, have no experience, and thinking life is going to be awesome, it's going to be all set?
It's difficult. You can enjoy for 2 years, that is for sure. Means you have to do side hustle, but you can do that. But after 2 years, when you don't have a job, when you don't have a part-time opportunities,
But
and
they think they will get it. No, so that's the thing. They, if they knew, I'm just trying to get to the mindset. I'm just trying to explain them that, look, if you're coming without experience, people who have 2 years, 3 years, 4 years are struggling. Not and you are gonna compete with those people. Not just those people, also people who laid off from Tesla and Meta and Walmart. So yeah,
it's difficult. And we cannot predict the job market after 2 years. But currently, considering
it's
this
bad.
job
Yeah.
market, it's not a wise decision, to be very honest, to go
Hmm.
for a master's in
But
US.
you would recommend them to at least get some work
Get some
experience.
work, so it will give them a opportunity to give some work experience, get some hands-on
Mm,
technology,
mm,
and after that masters, like, they will get a time as well, and
mm.
they will get a clear scenario, they will get a clear understanding of how job market is going to be after 2 years.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. Okay. So in your case, you graduated December 2023. Were you on OPT? Did you
Yes.
stop your OPT clock because you didn't leave until January? So
No.
you probably went on OPT, and then I'm assuming you did some volunteering work or something like that
Yes.
to
Stop the
be,
OPT clock.
yeah.
Yes.
And then at some point, the breaking point was I've applied to like 10,000 plus jobs. Nothing is working out. Like, and was money, like, how did you, like, what was that decision point where you felt like, okay, like, enough, I'm not getting it? And like you said, there are jobs available in India. So I should just like think, because I'm assuming loan must be one big factor
Yes.
that you thought about a lot, that
Yes.
how am I going to pay this off with Indian salary? So was that like how? Yeah, so probably that is like the big thing that people are thinking right now, that I have $50,000 loan, um, and I'm looking at the salary, maybe 12 lakhs to 30 lakhs is what the Indian salary might be. In hand, I might get maybe 8 lakhs or so, anywhere from 8 lakhs to
Mhm.
20 lakhs, and it's gonna take a while to pay off this loan. Um, so, did you think about this thing and like it still made the decision?
Uh, yes, because I have exhausted almost like 50 to 60% of my loan limit already during
Mm,
my masters, considering my masters and living expenses there. So uh, before like going ahead, increasing that loan, uh, that is very wrong decision, I thought. because it will increase the interest rate also, and it's very uncertain that will whether I will get a job there or not.
Hmm.
So that time I thought, instead of getting into that situation, let's cut it down here and start looking for the opportunities in India. Because in India, most of the people of my experience, because I have added my experience, I worked with university as well during my
Hmm.
master, so I have added that experience, my volunteering experience, everything I have added. So it came around like 4 years. So 4 years experience, with people with 4 years of experience are earning pretty good amount in India. So instead of increasing experience on doing volunteering experience, instead of earning nothing, let's get back, let's start earning money, and let's start paying off the loan, at least
Hmm.
pay some minimum amount, so that
Hmm.
your that loan interest will get reduced. So that's what
Hmm.
I thought before start applying for the jobs in India. So that
Hmm.
was my thought process, like why
Yeah.
to increase the unnecessary burden on the family
Yeah.
as well as on education loan, on
Yeah.
your mental, because it will affect mental health also at the end, and which is
Hmm.
not good.
And uh, were parents the only one you consulted? Did you talk to a few other people, or
uh, Yes, so I talked with many of the friends here, and most of the friends in US, like seniors also in US. I do on LinkedIn during my job search process. I build a good communication and good connections with the people. I
Hmm.
consulted with them as well, and here in India also, I talked with a lot of my friends, and they really helped me to get the job market understanding, like how it's gonna be after 1 year, how it's gonna be after 2 years.
Hmm.
Is it gonna be like this only, or is it gonna be more worse than what it was previously? So that whole thing given me clear understanding of the job market, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you decided, your parents agreed. You are like, okay, I've done all the math, but you didn't move back immediately. You actually looked for a job before moving back. So you had your job offer from India before you left.
Yes, I had offer in hand.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I actually got that offer. I started looking for the job, as I said, around April and May. I
Hmm.
updated my Naukri, I updated my LinkedIn, started building connection for the Indian recruiters. I started applying, like after apply application on LinkedIn, I started getting daily 15 to 20 emails from the recruiters, like, okay,
Oh,
we have a
interesting.
job opportunity here. Yes,
From
actually that
India.
happened from India.
Okay.
Yeah, we tried to reach out on your this number. I started getting 50 to 20 emails from the recruiters, so I'm like, okay, at least I'm getting through the interview process, so
Yeah.
let's start giving the interviews.
It
You
probably
never know.
felt so good to like get
Yes,
a recruiter reaching out,
reaching
because
out.
over here in United States it's like so hard, but over
So
there at least someone is reaching out.
someone is not, so it actually given me the positive vibes, because
Hmm.
at that time it was needed for me, because every
Hmm.
day rejection, every day going through the same cycle, daily rejection, waking up with the rejection, sleeping with the rejection, it was the cycle. So that
Hmm.
time it was really positive stroke. I
Hmm.
started giving the interviews just for the sake of practice, to be very
Hmm.
honest. And I was applying for the jobs in US as well. So
Hmm.
I started giving the interviews, got opportunity. I discussed again with my connections, with my friends. I got this opportunity here. Should I move forward, or should I stay back in US? Because leaving
Yeah,
US is a
because
hard
you
decision.
still, yeah, yeah, you're still
Leaving,
in United States, and it's a big step. Like, okay, I'm going possibly for good, or maybe I'll come back. Who knows? Maybe I'll come back on L1 or H1B, but I am leaving. Like, should I do this? Like, it's a big decision. Yeah.
yes, yes. So I like I have taken 4 to 5 days, to be very honest, one complete working
Mm.
week, to get that decision. The recruiter was
Mm.
reaching out to me that, tell me your decision, kind of a thing. But yeah,
It's
It
so
was a
funny.
good
Like
decision.
over here, we are the ones who reach out to recruiter, and we are the one who get ghosted. Okay, so did your master's degree help when it comes to getting a job in India?
uh, I would say yes, because having a master's degree on your profile gives another impact to the recruiter while going
Mm,
through your resume. Also, they most of the recruiters looked at my work ex more rather
mm,
than masters. So
mm.
yeah, it was a 50-50 kind of a thing, you can say.
And
But
so did
yeah,
they
it
see
helped.
that as a any different? Like, okay, this person has 2 years of experience, gap of 2 years because he was doing masters, and now coming back in the industry. Was that seen negative at all?
Uh, no, as I mentioned earlier, I worked with the university, so I have kept that experience as well on my
Mm,
resume. As an
mm,
analyst, I worked with the university, so I kept that experience. So it actually helped me to cover 1 year gap, uh, a 1 year gap on my resume. So it's
mm,
I have kept that experience. I have all the pay slips and everything from the university. So yeah, I
okay.
showed those while background verification.
Uh, so walk me through the process for Indian job market. You figured out the role. You started reaching out to the recruiter. What was the role? Software engineering.
Yes, it was a software engineering.
Okay,
Uh,
so because you have 2 years of experience and experience in United States, volunteer and you working on campus,
campus.
um, then did you apply for like senior software or just like normal SD?
No, I applied for senior software engineer
Hmm.
positions, mostly for senior software engineer positions, and uh, I started building the connections on a LinkedIn and started reaching out to them. Mostly in when I was in US, I followed the Indian time, so I
Hmm.
was working 24/7. You can say just having a 2-3 hours of sleep in a day,
Hmm.
because when you get an email you should immediately revert them back, uh,
Hmm.
because otherwise it will miss your opportunity. So I was immediately replying to their email that okay, I'm currently in the United States but looking for opportunities back in India. And the reason I mentioned was to stay with my family, because
Hmm.
my family is in India. And yeah, so that's how I applied for the jobs. And
Yeah.
that's what process I
That's-
followed when I was in US.
Yeah. And so, was there any discussion during your interview process about the masters and why are you coming back or anything like that?
Yes, there was a discussion, like why you are in currently in United States, and why you have completed your master. You must have probably good opportunities there, and why you want to switch here in India again.
Hmm.
So at that time, my intention was I came here for my masters. I completed my masters here, and currently I'm looking for opportunities back in India. To My parents are in India. I want to
Hmm.
take care of them, so I'm looking for the opportunities where I can grow in career, and as well as staying with my family, staying near to
Hmm.
my family. That's why I'm planning to switch. This was my not explanation, but this was my attitude which I started developing while
Hmm.
applying for the jobs in United
Yeah.
India, back in India from US.
How different is it, like the hiring process for India versus United States?
It was very like when it comes to technical rounds,
Hmm.
I have given USA technical rounds, coding rounds, and everything. In US, what I observed, the coding interviews and the technical rounds are pretty like about yourself, and how much you are thinking it logically,
Hmm.
and how much you are willing to learn, and
Hmm.
it goes to overall your attitude, overall your behavior in the interview. In India, it is more onto the technical side. Like
Hmm.
uh, when it comes to coding interview, they want exact output, or uh, they want to they want you to write the code and
Mm.
they will ask you technical questions, and they want exact answers for those technical questions. This what I feel the change. This what I felt during my both interviews while back
Yeah.
US and
That's what
here.
I've heard too. That's what I've heard as well, that it's slightly more technical, more by book, more
More by book,
aptitude versus in United States, it's more adaptive.
right?
Like, okay, this person is like this, so I'll focus more on his experience
Experience.
versus like, these are the set of question I have to ask you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then, uh, obviously, one of the big things, I'm sure people have this question as well, is pay difference. In United States, if you were a software engineer, if especially in Bay Area, like you could make $120,000 or more, most likely, which is 1 crore rupees or more. But that's not the case in India. I'm assuming that is not the case.
Yeah,
At least
that's not the case. You can't done that much here. That is for sure.
you're like, अरे भाई वो मिलता तो पहले चला जाता.
पहले चला जाता.
So you don't have to tell me how much you make, but what is the typical salary range people can expect, so then they can think about like, okay, I will make this much money, and it'll like they can start planning their finances. So give me a range of like someone like you who has 2 years of experience and going back to software engineering job.
Yeah, so uh, it completely depends on the experience, how much
Hmm.
you have the experience,
Hmm.
work experience you are seeing on your resume. So typically for like a senior software engineer, the range varies from 12 to 22, you can say,
Hmm.
for like for 5 to 6 year of work experience. The range varies from 12 to 22K. 22
Wait,
lakhs per annum. Sorry, 22
okay.
lakhs per
Yeah,
annum.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was like
yeah.
22K. That seems
No, no,
less.
no, 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 no. 22
Okay.
LPA.
Hmm. How was like? How did you react to that when you heard it? As like, did you feel like this is my on-campus job, or did you feel like what was going through your mind when you got the package? Were you happy that okay, I have an offer, and this is positive, I can move forward, or were you like, oh man, this is gonna be a lot of work?
Uh, yeah. So uh, after after like struggling for 1 year, not having anything in hand, uh, I am like, okay, at least I got something. Something
Hmm.
is better than nothing.
Hmm.
So I was happy at that time.
Hmm.
uh, and I again, after getting that job, I again like started looking for other opportunities. I've given 2 3 interviews so that I can negotiate on this offer later. I tried
Hmm.
to do that,
Hmm.
but I didn't get offer from other things. But yeah, I was pretty positive about this opportunity because uh, uh, education loan is the concern for me at that time, was the concern for me at that time,
Hmm.
because paying off education loan was the priority, and I can't delay those things. That what I felt, because
Hmm.
otherwise if I delay the paying my education loan, then it will again, when it again go to another loop. So I don't
Hmm.
want that thing to happen. So yeah, I was pretty positive about this offer. And yeah,
I've,
yeah, and
yeah.
I'm currently also looking for a switch. Like I'm giving the interviews, and
Yeah. I have two follow-up question. Number one is, let's say, like you initial package must be like, whatever, 12 to 22 thing. Um, but then how often do people switch? And then like, where can you hit, when can you start hitting 50 lakhs rupees a year?
uh, uh, so people in India often switch. Like what I observed here, they switch after 2 3 years having.
What is the increment that people should expect?
So every after 2 to 3 years, they can expect around like 20%, 20 to 30% hike on their previous salary. So and it totally depends on how much salary you earn as a fresher or when you start in India.
Hmm.
So salary negotiation happens on your previous salary here.
Okay. I was gonna ask you that as well. Like, did you negotiate the salary at all, or you're like, I'm good with what you give me?
No, I tried to negotiate my salary here, but they have a maximum budget of so
Hmm.
I didn't get too much opportunity to negotiate it more.
Okay. So, in your case, see, you had 2 years of experience and some in United States. What happens to people who never worked in India? They came to United States and now they're struggling and they're thinking of going back. What should they expect in terms of salary?
In terms of salary, they can uh, I can say you the range.
Yeah, yeah,
It
range.
depends on company to company. Yeah, so they can expect somewhere around 7 to 10
Hmm.
LPA. 7 to 10 LPA. They can expect
Yeah,
like
and
for a fresher.
we are averaging
So,
out and not considering Fang and Mang and all these companies
yeah,
because
yeah, yes,
those definitely give like a big package.
more big
But
packages.
most companies will be roughly
Most
around,
companies
7 to 10, and then
seven
for
to 10.
someone who has 2 years of experience we're saying 12 to 22 ish. And then of course depending on more.
Uh,
I know my one of my best friend who went back, he did something interesting. I mean, he didn't go back because of he did not get job. He went back because of the choice. Like he just wanted to go back, and but he had 8 years of experience in United States, and 2 years in India, so total 10 years. And so when he went back, he has 50 lakhs of a package. So which I feel like based on your calculation of 20% increment, you by 10 years you will be also at that point.
yes,
So
yes,
yeah, so I think again depends on which company, what role, and all of this. So it's very variable.
very, very,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. And then you decided, okay, I'm gonna take this offer and go back.
go back.
And what steps did you take? Like any paperwork, logistic work did you do in United States before moving back?
Yeah, so I cleared my credit card bills
Hmm.
first.
Hmm.
Every credit card bill I have cleared, then closed unnecessary bank accounts which I had in US, and also I informed my university regarding my decision that I am going back, and I yeah. So informing university for the uh, this going back, it's sufficient. They told me that okay, you just inform us, send us a formal email
Hmm.
saying that okay, I'm moving back to India on this date. So can you close my service record?
Hmm.
So like that, they asked me to mention on service record and everything, their details. They asked me to mention on the email, and that's the thing which I did before moving out.
Went back. How was coming back to India? Like, obviously, you probably had. I don't know, like, what was the difference, cultural difference? Not in terms of living, because it's not like been like 10 years. Like my friend, he definitely faced a lot of cultural difference. But in your case, you probably went back to India in your at least in during your
2 3 2 years.
masters. Yeah, so it's not a long time in terms of living situation, but work situation, like, was it different? Anything you feel like, okay, it's slightly different than I expected?
Yeah, the work culture here in India is little bit different
Hmm.
as from United States, as everyone says that that's a true thing. Work culture is little bit different, and another thing is a traffic problem.
Hmm.
Uh, it's really big thing here
Oh,
because
especially in
particularly in
Bangalore.
Bangalore,
Yeah.
especially in Bangalore,
Yeah.
if you stuck in a traffic, you will stuck for like at one place only for hour, 1.5 hour. You
Hmm.
will be at one place only.
Hmm.
So those are the two things which I felt, which I drastically major changes you can say,
Hmm.
which I felt after moving back from USA. Otherwise, considering the living things like yeah, I was living in a shared room there in US. Currently, I'm also living in a shared room.
Mm.
The only thing is there I used to cook by my hand. Here I am getting the mess food, so
Mm.
that's the difference, which is good. I don't have to spend extra time on that.
Yeah,
I can cover that time in doing my self growth activities
right. Yeah.
and
Or you can
taking another
you
places and
can
doing
use
that.
that time to be in the Uber. 'Cause I was in Bangalore and it took like 3 hours to go
Yeah.
one place to another place, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy traffic. So, what about your parents? Are they back in Bangalore or they in Pune?
They are in Pune.
Okay. So, do you go often to meet them?
Yeah, I go like every 3 months, 3 to 4 months. I go and visit them.
Nice. Are they happy?
Yes, they are currently happy.
I I
That
I
okay.
sense the hesitation.
Yeah, at starting actually they were not happy with my decision, but after I convinced them that I'm not getting job and I'm just sitting at home and applying, and uh, it is not giving me any progress. So instead of that, just get the job, get back here and start earning so that future
Mm,
things are also there to take care.
mm,
Because so that's how I explained them, and currently they're like, okay, that's fine.
mm,
At least he's doing something he likes,
mm.
so they are happy with that now.
Are you able to save money? Like now that you are back in India, work, have a full-time job, paying your loan off. Are you able to save money
Uh, yes, some amount of money I am saving
after paying the education loan?
after paying the education loan. Yes.
Do you feel like now because you are in India and earning Indian salary, it's gonna take a lot longer?
Yeah, it's gonna take longer than earning US salary, but if I get a good opportunity ahead, then probably it might take less time as well.
Mm,
So it completely depends on the job market and how opportunities you get. My suggestion is, if you are coming back to India, just don't stop looking for the new opportunities,
mm,
because you have to clear education loan as well,
mm.
and don't stuck in a one company loop. If you are getting good hike in that company, if you are getting career growth uh, as well as educational growth, then stay in that company. Otherwise, start looking for the different opportunities.
Yeah. And how do you look for jobs in? So in United States, we have a full structure of like, okay, LinkedIn and Indeed and Google Jobs or whatever. You customize your resume. Is it same in India as well, or is it different now?
uh, Yeah, so in India, I will say Naukri. Naukri gives the good calls.
Hmm.
Like Naukri.com is the everyone knows about Naukri. So Naukri will give you the good opportunities. LinkedIn also you can build a connection. In India, reference thing works a lot.
Hmm.
Like, references are there, and yeah, those two profiles basically, those two things helping me currently also to get interview calls and get and I got opportunity from there.
Hmm. Okay. So and from applic so is it still cold applying to Naukri.com and just keep applying? And obviously you're also doing some networking on LinkedIn. Is that
Mm.
it?
Yes. Those two things currently I am following.
And then interview
Here
prep
we have
probably.
then interview prep. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Cool. What advice would you give to students who are in your situation 1 year ago and they are not able to find it? They are like, okay, I should probably think about going back. What would you tell them? Like they are hesitant of going back. They are stuck if they should make this decision or not. Like they fear this decision. So what would you say?
I would suggest them like just get a job now, because it's a high time.
Hmm.
It's a high time, and success, if you're talking about success, it's not just about location. It's about your career growth and your education, where it's about learning opportunities. So yeah, and and anyhow you will get adapt to the culture, work culture,
Mm,
in 1 or 2 months, probably not more than 2 months. I get adapted to the work culture within just like 15-20 days.
mm,
So I don't think it will take that much time to get adapting to the work culture here back in India. And uh, like before taking any decision, just have your backup plan ready, because coming to USA is always a, for me always my backup plan worked
mm.
after coming to USA, because my plan A was something different and plan B was something different, and plan B got executed always for me, and
Nice.
it worked for me as well.
Amazing.
So always have a plan B ready, always have a plan B ready. And it's not like that you need to look at it immediately, but if you are not getting job for like 1 year, 1.5 year, then it's a high time you should start looking back, like start looking for the job in at different locations,
Mm,
different countries you can try. If they are ready to pay for your sponsorship, work visa, then go for the opportunities.
mm. Yeah.
The good thing I felt about India is we don't have to worry about our visa status.
Mm.
That was a mental relief,
And India
and
is
it helped.
growing like a lot. Like it's,
India is going like
I
that. Yeah,
mean, the GDP has grown a lot. The tech market is growing. So I'm hoping that like the salaries will also grow.
growth. Yes, and the thing about India is we have a Google office coming here in Bangalore. Big Google office. I just heard about the Takeda pharmaceutical as well. They are opening an office in Bangalore. So India has a potential to grow.
Mm,
India will India will grow.
mm,
So don't think about like being in US will be different than being in India. It's not like that.
mm,
In India also, if you initially it's a little bit struggle for anyone to after coming from USA, keeping in India. It's initially it's a struggle thing, but if you get settled here, if you are getting good salary, if you are earning good, then it's you can live a good lifestyle here.
yeah, agreed. Anything that you faced as an NRI coming back to India, like just tactical things that people should take care of? I know, like I had my Aadhaar card lost, so I had to get that one done. Not that I'm coming back, but I still needed my Aadhaar. I come like almost every year or 2 years, two times a year. But any logistic things that you had to do, like okay, I need to take care of these five things when you return back.
So while returning back, coming towards the references like background verification, you should have everything in your hand, like
Mm.
your offer letter, your relieving letter. If you are showing that experience on your resume, then you should have at least those two things. And
Oh yeah, I mean I forgot
yes,
the whole background verification part. So you
yes.
can't
So
lie on your resume anymore.
yes, yes, you can't lie, because most of the Indian companies give their background verification to the third party,
Mm, mm,
and they will
mm,
do the background verification on behalf of your actual company. So they will cross verify everything. They will send uh, emails to the HR recruiters of that companies, and they will get your background verification done from there.
mm,
So you can't lie on your resume. That's the one thing.
mm,
And second thing is yeah, so yeah, though this is the basic thing you should be aware of while coming back to India.
mm. बाकी तो like Aadhaar card, bank
बाकी
card,
तो सर आता
mutual
वो तो हो
funds,
जाता
and all of that.
everything will, yeah. So if make sure your Aadhaar card is updated
Mm,
before giving to any company, because it will go to your EPFO portal,
mm,
uh, EPFO portal, and there it will update. So everything should be updated with your current address, with your current name. Everything you have to take care of that. But yeah.
It's been almost a year for you to be back in India. Do you regret this decision? You feel like I wish I would have applied to five more jobs before coming. Yeah, you're like, I'm happy. Like this is I'm good. Like I'm like now I'm looking forward to this life.
I am good actually. I did pretty. pretty much applying for the job, and if I get good opportunity, then I will definitely move back to US. I would love to do that, but yeah, currently in this situation, I am happy. I'm happy with moving back to India, staying with family,
Mm,
with less mental pressure of visa,
mm,
and with USCIS everything.
yeah.
Don't have that much mental stress, so happy.
Yeah, you're just looking forward to day
Looking forward.
and growing yourself. And like you said, weekends are available to you. And other than I force you to do a video with me.
No, that's fine. It's completely fine. I love to do that.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you again, Chinmay. This was amazing. I am again. It takes a lot of courage to talk about something that is not glamorous because everybody likes to talk about that. Look, I came to United States. I did my masters. I got a job in like Meta, Tesla, Walmart, whatever. It's so much easier to do that versus talking about. I came to United States. Yes, I struggled a lot, and I had to go back. I went back, and here's my story. So again, I appreciate you candidly saying what the way it is and being opening up. I know for a fact that this is going to help a lot of people. May 4th is when I'm going to be in Bangalore, so hopefully I can hang out with you in person and
Yeah,
we
sure,
can maybe
sure,
do a
sure.
follow
We
up
will
video. But until our next one.
keep hustling, keep smiling.
Nice.